ovation. Thank you. You have to hug them. He took my wallet. He just took my wallet. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Sorry, I brought the weather from New York, so it's a little gloomy. It's a good day to be inside. Yeah, it's great. Oh, you all get your phones up. This is great. You're doing flip book. Always, I can actually walk all the way across. How many selfies can we take? Get your selfies. Let's go. That's one right there. Hi, that's one. No, you're 10 down. What's wrong with you? Here you go. There you go. That's it. You're doing something illegal in what you're doing. Okay, good. Oh, yeah, I gotta go back here. All right.
This guy wanted a selfie with me. That was it. Thank you. I guarantee you that nobody else has done that.
I love that. I'm so happy.
And listen, it is your 10th anniversary. NBC is celebrating that with a primetime special on May 14th. This is exciting.
It's a big deal. I love NBC. I've been with them for 25 years. Wow. Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. More than half of my life I've been at this network. They've been great to me. I've been in the same building, really. I started on Saturday Night Live in 1998. And going through that and you know, thinking that's the goal. You know, you get Saturday Night Live, you go, man, I'm so happy that this happened.
Yeah.
You know, and then I ended up getting late night. And then after late night, getting the Tonight Show. Now we've done the Tonight Show for 10 years.
10 years. I can't believe that, to tell you the truth. That is amazing. You know, that's 1/3 of Johnny Carson's run so far.
Yeah.
And do you want to do that? Do you want to break the record? Are you happy, is what I'm asking.
According to my therapist. No, I'm going to go. You guys want me? I'll break the record. Let's do it. I'm having a great time. I love what I do. I get to bring fun and joy to people. You know, we have crazy times we're living in right now, and I think I give you something to look at, and you don't have to think. You go, I know he's going to make me laugh. I just put me in a good mood. And, you know, we help each other. You know, I'm nothing without the audience. You know, and really, your reaction is what keeps me going. You know, so whether it be our show or the internet, even, you know, we don't know what bits are going to end up doing what, but people are seeing it. And it's going not just in this country, but worldwide.
Yeah, it's amazing. And when you say you're nothing without the audience, you did pretty well in the pandemic without the audience, I have to tell you.
Oh, no, I tried.
That was inventive.
That was my wife. I'm going to give her credit for that. Because we had totally. Behind every great man, even better woman. My wife said to me, because I came over and said, we're off, you know, for this COVID thing. She goes, what's the plan? I go, there is no plan. I think we're just off for 2 weeks, and then we'll be back on. She's like, oh, no. She goes, you go get a tripod right now. You're going to put a show on from the house. This is when people need you. This is your job. This is what we do. This is when we're all in trouble. We're all scared. What are we going to do? So you got to make people laugh. So at one point, for most of them, she was my director. She would hold the iPhone and walk around. And I would tell jokes written on paper that no one was laughing at. I would say to my wife, you could laugh at a couple jokes. Maybe a little tiny bit. Then I had my kids crawling around and jumping on me, and they didn't know that this was airing. They didn't know it was a TV show. Like, they were coming like, Dad, I lost a tooth. There's blood everywhere. Blood everywhere. I go, get out of here, you know. But NBC was great to help us with that. They didn't know what they were going to do. They let us go on YouTube. They let us, we gave so much money to charity and Feeding America. We had people like State Farm hear what we were doing. They came in mass donations for food banks and help people get fed during this. do. This is a great thing that we get to do. This television is such a powerful medium. And we get to help people. We get to do it. So we did. And it was, I haven't really seen those shows since we did it. Because I didn't want to overthink it. I'm like, this is it. I'm just going to put a wig on. Whatever I have in my house, I have wigs in my house. Thank God I live in a crazy house. Yeah. But I was doing that, doing sketches and writing songs, and just trying to make everyone trying to get through this crazy part of our lives, and it's over. But now we're putting together this 10th anniversary special, which is 2 hours, and it's a lot of clips of everything, all these great things. And a big chunk is that. And I was looking at my kids, and so they were just 3 and 4 at the time. And so it was just so cute. I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of remember that. And yeah, I had no writers, I had no cue cards, I had no hair and makeup. It's like we were trying to see if we can get it to have an editor to edit. Like we were trying to edit ourselves and then send it out to just air. It was really. It made me miss everybody in my crew so bad. I'm like, oh, I love everybody. Oh, I love the lighting person. I love the writers. Oh my gosh. I just went and hugged and kissed everybody. I loved it.
Well, let's look. Speaking of clips, we have a few. So let's take a look. 10 years of Jimmy Fallon.
He's the first person to
That was fun stuff. It's crazy.
And you are your best audience. You laugh at this even.
I love that guy. Who is that guy? Give him an Emmy. I love that guy.
It's funny stuff. When you look at it, I think it's a variety show you do. I don't want to call it a talk show because you have so many elements, musical, everything, comedy.
It can be maybe considered a talk show, but yeah, it's really a variety.
You really more so than the others really pour every element of show business into this.
Conan O'Brien gave me great advice. He said that he got advice from Johnny Carson. He told him that with this job, you'll do everything you've ever learned. Everything. And I was like, oh, interesting. And now, after talking to Conan, who's on the show, that is true. I mean, I can barely tap dance. That was it. I can do impressions. I've done all of them numerous times on the show. I don't know how many times I can do Josh Volter. I mean, I can't believe this. Sandy, I keep doing it every week, it's like crazy. Or Adam Sandler, I've done 100 times. Like, but I've sang, I play guitar, I harmonize, I've done duets, I've dressed up, I wear wigs. I used to get so excited doing Saturday Night Live. It was it. If I got on one sketch, that was a big deal. And I would call my mom and I'm in the sketch. It's gonna be the best. Oh my God, I love you. Yeah, we'll see what it is. That was a big deal. If you got on one sketch. Now I have a job where I'm in every sketch every night. I mean, this is like for a kid when I was 12 years old in my bedroom, looking in the mirror, lip syncing Steve Martin bits or doing stuff, to see that I got this job. I feel so lucky. I'm so, that's the best word I can think of. I'm so lucky to have this job and to get to do whatever I can do to make people laugh. And I mean, like, the other day, it was a solar eclipse.
Oh, the heart. Oh, yeah.
So I go, we got to do total eclipse of the heart. What if we do it with heart? So we're sitting outside on the roof during the total eclipse. I go, that would be it. So then like, okay, we're gonna get a permit. So we have to get the permit from the building. Then we have to see if Heart knows that song. And then I got wardrobe. Then Heart wanted to do the first part. They wanted to do the turn around. And I was like, no, that's my part. You're gonna do the I know part. And it was. So we ended up just doing it, not knowing what it's gonna be, and we did it. And I think it went viral. I think it's 12 million right now on social. 12 million hits. Just from that. That was last week. And we were like, that was big, cool, we love that. We never know what's going to work. And then Conan comes on. He hadn't been back to the Tonight Show since, definitely 10 years. He hadn't been in the building, really. Since this thing. He came on. He was so great. And he told me, he told me two things. He goes, one, I thought I had the best band in the world. I did. I had the best band in the world. He goes, and then you hired the Roots. And I'm like, what? He goes, but then he told me something, reminded us both something. They go, this is a very rare club that you're in. You're the only two humans, you're only two people to host late night, the Tonight Show, and Saturday Night Live. We're the only two. We didn't talk about it on the show, but I was like, oh, that's That's a rare club. He was great. He said some really nice things to me at the end, and it's so fun. I do enjoy watching that because I never really watch the show after I do it. You know, I do it and it's done, and I got another show I have to do the next day, and then you can't get too happy because you got another show the next day. You can't get too sad because you got another show the next day. So I never really watch it. So getting to see that, I'm like, oh yeah, I did all that stuff.
It's amazing too, and I think you were the pioneer, really, that I recall, in getting digital involved in late night, where so many people see this show. They see it in different ways, and you saw that early on as a way into a whole different audience, a younger audience, bringing them to this too. And now, you know, the numbers are astounding when you look at the viral hits that you get.
Yeah, that Ghostbusters thing, again, we didn't know because no one can get a hold of Bill Murray. If anyone does know, let me know. If he's going to do it or not, and then Bill shows up wearing the Ghostbusters outfit and go, all right, I guess they're doing the song. So we did that song, and with the Roots, we're so talented, and we have producers behind that, John McDonald, who kind of writes out, I know it's just kazoos and cymbals, but there's a science to it. And we have to rehearse it, and like, you know, so he wrote all the music out with Questlove. We produced the whole thing, and then when the guys come in, we just film it, maybe do 2 takes. There's got to be one clean take, there's no cuts. So that's just a clean take. You do that twice, and that's it. People have stuff to do, and that did 20 million on socials. 20 million views around the world, people watching, laughing, going like, yeah, again, like, that's those moments where you go like, I'm just so, I wish that, you know, Steve Allen were alive, and Jack Parr, and Johnny, to see like what I'm doing with their show. And how big I'm taking the show. Like, they wouldn't even believe it. Hey, yeah, they love it. I wouldn't be here, obviously, without them, but you'd be so impressed. Like, Jimmy, I can't believe it. You're big in Germany. Whatever Johnny would say. I don't know. Isn't that crazy though? It's like even the writers back then, if they wrote a funny sketch, a Tomahawk sketch, you saw it once, and if you didn't see it, you didn't see it. You know? Now you can go to the internet and see these things.
It's amazing too. And this being deadline, I have to ask you a newsy question too. It's an election season right now. And I've noticed you've been doing more political humor, but not nearly on the level in your monologue, you know, the Colbert or Kimmel. And like Carson, we don't know where you personally stand politically, but you do it. You have your own lane that I think is kind of refreshing to see again in late night, but you're still doing it.
Yeah, I think there's, you know, our show's not for that. Our show is to entertain, and it should entertain everybody. So we have jokes about everybody, both sides, and that's not what our show's for. That's not what the Tonight Show is. That's not what Johnny taught me, you know, by doing years of the Johnny Carson Tonight Show. So I want everyone to be able to sit around and watch the show and laugh and go, this guy's entertaining, this guy's putting a good show on, he's breaking his sweat every single night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, a 5-day work week. I mean, wow. Yeah, that's right. I'm one of the last to do that. But
Guy on Friday though, you know,
no one else there.
You're the live show.
Yeah, there's no other show working 5 days. I love it. I love to work. I mean, since as I could work, I worked. So I was 13, I worked. I was a great bag boy over a Great American. You know, I was talking to my friend. I got in last night in New York, and I was talking to my friend who I've seen out in LA, and we're talking about different bits and that we used to do. And I remember I did stand up outside of the Bonds here in LA because I read somewhere that who's does that feel me laughing? That's my agent, who I didn't have at the time, or else I wouldn't be performing in front of a Bonds. But I read somewhere that Michelle Pfeiffer got discovered as a kind of cashier in LA. And so I go, that's in art? Oh, I should have done stand up there. Yeah, thank you. Wrong County. Thank you. That's why I didn't get discovered. Okay. Okay, was it a Bonds or was it a Ralph's? It was Bonds. Well, maybe I was at with John's. I don't know where it was. But low level. They weren't discovering that day. I was out in front doing my guitar bits. I was doing impressions of The Cure or whatever. Like, hope you like your crossing rays and things are going great. You know, whatever. And just bombing and bombing and bombing. I think I did it for like 2 hours before you just go, this is not going to happen. But my advice to any comedian or any actor or anyone who's out there, like, don't stop and take any gig and try and try and try. And you won't even remember. You'll be like, oh yeah. Like, you're gonna go ups and downs and all that stuff, but then when you hit it, you'll be like, oh yeah, Jimmy Fallon told me it's gonna work, and that's why it did work. So I think you can do it if you want.
It's so great. Well, we're at 000, Jimmy, but look at that rap panel, please.
Oh, man, I love you guys.
I'm going to throw the whole day off, but I have to ask you about the games. You get every level of celebrity to play these crazy games with you, and that's fun.
Yeah,
that's also different.
It's fun, yeah, again, like that kind of took off now, you know, it's like we just figured it'd be fun to do, what would Meryl Streep be like if she played Pictionary? You know, like, does she cheat at, you know, I don't play games with her. And so we did that, and that's kind of grown into, you know, now we have Password on NBC. It's grown, yeah. She's great. Kiki Palmer, by the way. Oh, she is the best to work with. I love her, and we get just people, I think, you know, over the years trust us. You know, obviously they come on the show to promote their stuff, and I don't mind doing that. That's part of the gig. You know, that's my job. But we can pop a movie. We can open a movie. You know, we can sell a book. We can do stuff and let everyone know that these things are out there. You have a brand new album out. You know, whether it be singing with Ariana Grande or, you know, whatever we're doing, we're reminding people that they have stuff out there. And it's great. And it's a great job for me, but also the real win is getting the stuff out there and doing all this stuff, whether it be games or something weird, or singing a song with kids' instruments or tight pants or whatever we got to do, just to make people laugh. And I'm very, very lucky, and I'm very honored to be here at Deadline Contenders. Thanks for having me.
Well, and I'm really honored too, because earlier in my career I stood behind Johnny Carson holding envelopes when they did Stump the Band in the audience, and now I'm sitting here talking to Jimmy Fallon on his 10th anniversary. It's been fun. Thank you, Jimmy.